Hi, I'm John. Welcome to Healing the Body. Healing the Body is a daily 6-week healing experience. But before I talk a little bit about what it is, I'd like to share with you some things that it isn't. Healing the Body is not an exercise program. It's not a social support network, nor is it a ministry. Now, that said, each week begins on day number 1 with a physical healing practice. But don't worry, they're quite gentle. If you want to do more rigorous exercise alongside the Healing the Body physical practice, you're sure welcome to. But what we'll be doing will never get more rigorous than really gentle yoga, for example. The second thing that I'd like to share with you is that it's not a social support network. Now, it could be if you wanted it to. In fact, on the website, I include some ideas about how you could do that. But what you'd need to do is you'd need to make an agreement, I suppose, with a friend or friends to travel through Healing the Body together. Another thing you could do is create a Facebook group, for example. But check out the link on the website to see some more ideas about how to turn Healing the Body into a shared experience, if that's what you're wanting. Thirdly, Healing the Body is not a ministry. But again, that said, Healing the Body is grounded in a firm belief that we are all spiritual. I happen to be Christian, and actually, to be completely forthright, Healing the Body, this website, is part of my master's program. It's part of my master's project, thesis project for the degree I'm earning from Luther Seminary in St. Paul, Minnesota. But here's the thing. My hope is that while I do share something of my own spiritual journey and story, my hope is that that doesn't get in your way of your own spiritual story. So whatever your faith tradition happens to be, and whatever your spiritual practices happen to be, please bring them along for the ride. Because my sense is that if we engage ourselves spiritually, then our potential for healing is much greater. When I came up with the name Healing the Body, I liked it for a couple of reasons. One reason that I liked it is because I really enjoy and appreciate and find more meaning in that word healing than I do in, for example, the word cure. This is not about curing anything. It is about healing. It's about entering into whole making, trying to make things whole. And what are we trying to make whole? Well, that comes in the other part of the title, the word body. When I think of healing the body, I think of body with multiple meanings. First of all, I think about it individually as my individual body or bodies, my physical self, my spiritual self, my emotional self, my psychological self, my relational self, all of my selves. Healing the body, this journey, this daily 6-week healing journey, is also grounded in this idea that we are holistic, multidimensional beings. So just go through a week and I think you'll know what I mean by that. By body, I also mean the body of our relationships to our families of love and blood, our communities, our neighborhoods, and all of our relationships, including our relationships with ourselves. When I say body, I also mean body of work. I'm an artist, among other things, so when I think of body, I think of kind of the sum total or the whole of one's ways of being in the world or actions or endeavors. And so when I think of body, I also think of body of work. As a Christian, when I think of that word body, it also has some particular faith-based significance to me, as body deals with body of creation or even body of Christ. If you're a Christian, perhaps you will lean on these meanings as well. If you're not a Christian, then I would invite you to look into your own understandings, deepest understandings, spiritual and faith-based understandings of what that biggest big might be. What is your understanding of creation or of the earth, the world, and beyond? And how do you expand that word body to include those kind of deepest and broadest meanings that you make in your life? So welcome to Healing the Body.